Today I present to you guys the God tier Godslayer Greatsword build, NG plus Black Flame build. We are going to be maximizing the Black Flame that is within this build. This build is optimized for level 150. This build is going to deal the max damage as a Greatslayer. It will increase the high power damage, light enough to dodge hits, and also high enough poise to withstand any hit. You will be dealing the highest damage that you guys can at this level. I'm also going to be providing you guys with the different attributes, talismans, to be able to put this together and becoming a God tier Godslayer Greatsword. If you like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. And I'm also want to say thank you for all of those that subscribe to the channel. We have more Elden Ring videos coming up for you guys, and also a huge thank you for those that hit that thank you button, and also join the Bolt Nation because you guys help us out so much. So let's get started. We are going to be focusing on none other than the Godslayer Greatsword, fully leveled up. Is going to provide you guys with an attack power of 291 with a bonus of 250, fire of 188 with 63. This is going to be a dexterity strength weapon, and I'm going to be providing you guys for what exactly you need to do to be able to maximize this build and not only deal a tremendous amount of damage, but also you guys are going to be able to withstand any hit that any foe brings out to you. The thing about the animation on the Godslayer Greatsword is that it's a bit slow, but it does deal a tremendous amount of damage. Now, what do we need to do to be able to counter that? So let's get started, and I'm going to be showing you guys what you need to do. First of all, we are going to be using the skill helm. This one is going to be providing you guys enough damage negations and resistance to be able to pretty much put this build together. It's not very heavy or heavy on poise, but also it's not the lightest one. So this one is just perfectly for a level 150. And then we are going to be using the rest of the armor, the gauntlets, and also the greaves. Overall, this is going to give us a 77 poise. The great thing about this is that later on in the video, I'm going to be providing you guys what exactly more you can do to be able to not only have more poise, but also withstand more hits. So pretty much you're going to be very tanky and withstanding any hits from foes. Now, let me show you how you guys are going to be able to use this build. As I said, the unique skill of this weapon is going to be called the Queen's Black Flame. Set a blade ablaze with Godslayer Black Flame before delivering a sweeping slash. So, as you guys see this, it has one hit forward and then it has a backwards coming forward. So it takes about, as you guys see there, it takes about 3 to 5 seconds. So that means that any foe and probably any boss is going to be able to hit you. But the great thing about it is that, like I said, later in the video, I'm going to be showing you guys what exactly you need to do to be able to spam that unique skill that deals so much damage, because I'm also going to show you how to optimize the Black Flame that is within this weapon that is going to be able to output so much damage. I mean, you guys saw it right from the beginning. I was able to withstand right there any hits from Melina, and you know she's able to take you out on one shot, and I was able to take her out and withstand any hits that she was throwing at me. And like I promised to you guys, what exactly you guys need to do to be able to have more poise and withstands any hits from bosses and foes is you're going to be able to use the morgott's talisman. This one you guys are going to be able to locate by the Dragon's Barrow cave, which is located here by Caleb. So pull up your map and we are going to go all the way to right here, this section. And this is the cave. You're going to go through the cave and you're going to find this talisman on a dead corpse. Grab it, and it's one of the best talismans that you guys can use if you want more poise or if you want a better tank build. Now, to be able to increase your defense even more, in this case, more damage negation, this talisman here, the Dragon Crest Great Shield Talisman, is going to boost your physical damage negation by 20%. Now, with this put together with the Bull's Goat, you guys are going to be unstoppable. You're going to be taking so much damage, but your resistance is going to be very high that you guys, it's going to be like a little tickle pretty much from any foes and bosses that you guys are going to be able to get. Now, where can you get this talisman? Pull up your map, and this one is located by the highlight tree. The best way to get this is go through the drainage channel, and you're going to go out and you're going to go through the branches and just go up, and you're going to be finding it around this section here. And then once you get to the top of the roof, you're going to see an opening, drop down, and then the talisman is going to be on the side of a coffin. Since we are a level 150, our attributes need to be spread out in a way that not only is going to allow us to be strong, but also is going to allow us to have good defense. And now here, what comes in place is the Earth Trait Favor +2. This one is going to raise your maximum HP and also the stamina and equip load. So it's going to help you in 3 different type of attributes. Now, this talisman, you guys are going to be able to gain it after defeating Maliki the Black Blade. This one is after you guys return to Lindell Ashen Capital. You guys are going to be able to grab this around this section, and it's going to be right on top of a tree branch. Now, one of the best talismans that you guys can have is Shard of Alexander, because this one's going to greatly boost your attack power of skills by 15%. Where you can get this is by completing the entire Alexander quest line, and then you guys will be able to grab this once you defeat him. Now that you guys have the different type of talisman, your armor, and also the weapon itself, there is something else that we need to do in this build that we are going to be able to increase the power and just make it very potent, and just is going to take this build to a god tier. Not only we're going to be optimizing the fire that is within this weapon itself, because this one does scale by fire, so we are going to be able to take advantage of that. Not only that, but we're also going to be raising that dexterity, because this is a weapon that goes by dexterity first over strength. And then the best thing you guys could do here is, as you guys are playing throughout the whole entire game and you keep leveling up, the best thing to do here is to always focus more on dexterity with this weapon over strength and faith, because what you're going to be doing more damage is as dexterity. So overall, the stronger you get, the better this weapon is going to be, and is such a great NG plus weapon. You're going to be dealing so much damage. You're going to take a lot of damage, but you're going to withstand a lot of it because your poise is going to be so high, and you guys are going to be just pretty much rocking it. How can we improve this build? So we got 3 more things that we can do to be able to just maximize this build and just make it a god tier build that no one's going to be messing with you. And 2 of the things that we need to do is, so the first thing you're going to be doing is using the dexterity nut crystal tier. This one's going to temporarily boost your dexterity by 10 points for an additional 3 minutes. Since this weapon scales by dexterity, you're going to be raising the level of power and how much more damage you're going to be able to deal with this weapon. The second one is going to be the Flame Shrouded Crack tier. Now, you're also going to be temporarily boosting your fire attack by an additional 10%, and then you're going to be doing this for about 3 minutes. So overall, you guys are going to be killing it for 3 additional minutes, which anyone that gets hit by this sword is just going to be going down much faster than what you would do if you didn't have all those 2 different crystal tiers. Now, the dexterity knot crystal tier, you guys are going to be able to get it by the Lurnut Lakes. It's going to be on a hill, so if you pull up your map, and it's going to be located on this hill here. Go to it and you guys will be able to find it there. Now, the flame shrouding crack tier, you guys will be able to get this, and it's going to be dropped by the earth tree avatar who is guarding the tree. So pull up your map, and then you guys will be able to find this around here. Now that you guys have the different type of crack tiers that are going to be able to optimize this build, let's do one more thing, which is going to take this build just to another level. We're going to be using the Godslayer Greatsword Rune. This rune is going to be raising all the different type of attributes such as vigor, mind, endurance, and all the different ones that you guys are using, which is 8 of them, is going to be raising them by 5 additional points. Now, have in mind that this one you guys are going to be able to get it once you defeat Godslayer the Grafted, which is located in the Stormvale Castle. Once you guys grab his Great Rune, you guys need to go to the Divine Tower of Lingrave, which is going to be located around this here where you see it in the map. Now, to go through there, the best way is to go through the lift side chamber, and you guys are just going to go all the way across. You're going to pass the giants. You're going to come to a teleport, which is going to take you here, and then just go up, and then you guys are going to be able to infuse that Great Rune. Now, to activate the Great Rune, you guys need to go to your inventory, and you need to go to a rune arc. What you guys need to do is just use it, and you guys will see the different points go up, and also everything else is going to go up because you're raising all your different attributes. So you're going to become even more powerful. You're going to become lighter. You're going to become more potent. Overall, this is a god tier build that you guys are going to enjoy so much. You're going to be dealing a lot of damage, and it's going to allow you to enjoy the game much more if you're going to an NG+. Now, the attributes for a level 150 build is going to be as follow. Vigor is going to be 40, which is going to give us enough HP to be able to withstand any hits. Mine is going to be at 30 because we're going to be able to spam the weapon itself, and that's going to be sufficient FP. Endurance is going to be at 35, and that allows us to carry our medium heavy armor with the weapon itself. Strength is going to be at 25 to give us enough attributes to be able to wield the weapon, and dexterity is going to be at 55, which is our highest attributes because this weapon does scale by dexterity. So the higher you guys have her, the better. Now, have in mind that with the Flask is going to give me an additional 10 points, so that's going to go to 65. And with the Great Rune, which gives me 5 additional points to dexterity, I'm going to be wielding this weapon at 70 points, which at that particular level, the weapon becomes very potent. So the higher you guys have it, the more stronger you're going to be. His intelligence is going to be at 9, and faith is going to be at 25, which we're going to be using 2 different incantations, flame grant me some strength, and golden bow, which is going to be enough to be able to use those 2. And overall, you guys are going to become even more powerful with this build. And the last one is going to be arcane, which is low enough to be able to use the seal that's going to allow us to use the different type of incantations. Now, my final thoughts about this build. This is going to be my final thoughts about this build is a level 150 build, but we are able to maximize in that we are going to have enough poise. The weapon itself is going to be very potent and is going to allow you guys overall just deal the highest damage that you guys can, and also withstand any damage that comes from any foe or any boss in the game itself. The main thing I would do here is just focus on dexterity. The more you are going to be leveling up your dexterity, the stronger the weapon and the build gets, because we are focusing not just dexterity, but we're also taking advantage of the black flame, that the attribute skill is fire. Then that means that once you guys infuse your flask, then you guys are going to be dealing so much more damage. So let me know, guys, if you have any questions in regards to this build. Also, stay tuned because we're going to be bringing you guys lots of more Elden Ring content. And also, if you guys are into Souls game, we are going to be bringing you full coverage of Still Rising. If you guys didn't know about this, there was a beta about it, but the game it will be releasing on November the 8th, and we're going to be bringing you guys full coverage on that game. My boy LaserBolt is coming up with a bunch of guides for you guys that is going to help you not only level up throughout the entire game, but also provide you with different guides that are going to help you in the game itself. Also, don't forget to check out our latest Elden Ring video that is popping up right now. Take a look at it.